Hey everybody, and welcome to the first edition of NewRocket TV. I'm your host, Nathan Firth, and in this episode, we will be taking a closer look at the Vancouver release of ServiceNow and some of my personal favorite platform features. Make sure to stick around to the end because I think this release has some hidden gems that you may not have noticed. And before we wrap up, we'll also talk about some of the upcoming events where you can find NewRocket over the next few months. As usual, if you find this video useful, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get started. It feels like the theme of the Vancouver release is all about AI, and so it only feels appropriate that we start there. First, we have a new Generative AI controller, which is a new framework for connecting your instance to third-party generative AI providers. It currently only supports OpenAI and Azure OpenAI, and supports several out-of-box functions such as summarize, generate content, generic prompt, and Q&A for AI search. In Vancouver, it can be used directly within Flow Designer, workspaces, or via script anywhere in the platform. Next, we have a new feature called Text to Code. This is pretty cool because in a script field, all you have to do is describe the query in a comment and then press Command-Enter or Control-Enter on PC, and it will generate the sample code based on your comment. It can even complete an existing code block. Now, let's jump over and take a quick look at what's changed in UI Builder. First, we have a new option for adding popovers. This adds the ability to overlay contextual information or functionality in a little pop-up when the user clicks on a component. There is also a new column layouts feature with several pre-configured layouts. We can also adjust the width of each column. Over in the configuration panel, they've also cleaned up the interface to only show the most commonly used controls. Also, there's a new visual box model to make it easier to set properties for things like padding, margin, and borders. Another cool new feature I know many of us have asked for is undo and redo buttons, in case you want to undo some changes you've made. And finally, and perhaps my favorite update to UI Builder, we can now preview the page without having to save the page first. For you next experienced component developers out there, we have DEX Developer Tools. DEX Developer Tools is a new Chrome extension to help you debug and test performance of any interface using Next Experience components. If you open your standard Chrome Developer Tools, we now have two new tabs, Next UI Inspector and Next UI Profiler. If we open up a page and take a look at the Inspector tab, we can now see information about any components, actions, transactions, or logs that have been emitted across the page. And when we open up the Profiler tab, we can now create, manage, and compare profiles for optimizing page performance. And as with many of my previous videos, I'm always excited to see what's changed in Service Portal and Employee Center. First off, there is now a new portal property that, when enabled, mirrors the portal interface direction for right-to-left languages. If your portal has been heavily customized, you can also add custom style sheet to your CSS includes to handle the styles for right-to-left languages. Now if we go into the designer, there's also been some improvements around supporting semantic HTML. For example, we can now make a container row or column into a main element. Also, every page now includes only one H1 tag, and any navigation elements now live in nav tags. And finally, users can now paste or drag and drop file attachments directly into a form or catalog item widget. We can also enable this feature to custom widgets by setting the modal property to true on the SP attachment button directive. Now, let's jump over and see what's new in Employee Center. There's a few smaller changes that are noteworthy, such as associating topic pages with catalog items, or using AI search in a record producer for incident deflection. But what I want to talk about are some of the improvements that have been added to the content publishing app, and more specifically, the new news content type. First, we need to give the news article a name. We set the start date, and we choose a template, and then enter our headline and upload a featured image. Now we can create the content by clicking Open Editor. Here, we can drag some blocks from the right to design the content of our news article. If I click over on the Publish tab, we can preview our article. And to finish it up, we just need to add a publish plan. There is also a new News Center page in Employee Center where we can see our newly published article. So those are just a few of my favorite features that I've seen in the Vancouver release. If there's a particular feature that you think I missed, I would love to hear from you guys in the comments below.
Hey everyone, my name is Matt, and today I'm excited to share with you that NewRocket will be at ServiceNow World Forums this year. It's an exciting one-day event filled with impactful keynote, breakout sessions, customer success stories, and conversations with legendary leaders. NewRocket will be sponsoring the events in Dallas, Toronto, London, New York, and Rotterdam. We'll be attending there with our ServiceNow experts, so if you will be attending, we would love to meet with you. You can sign up on our World Forum page at newrocket.com, and we look forward to seeing you there.